What is going on, Taurus Collective? Welcome or welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazi, your favorite Cali reader. This is going to be just a quick message for you guys, that for those of you that are struggling, not struggling, but I guess say challenged at this time, and we're just gonna, I'm gonna reveal some maybe hidden factors that could be playing into why you're feeling challenged at this time, or what is challenging you at this time, and then how your galactic family is supporting you, how they're helping you, or anything that they may need you to do or focus on to essentially support the process. Okay, so let's get one more. Interesting. Okay, so at the bottom we have the King of Cups. I feel like some of you, you guys are holding emotions back. Some of you aren't really vocalizing what it is that you need to. You're not saying what you need, what you feel, and that can definitely create challenges, because it's, you know, when we essentially hold in emotions that should be flowing, that creates blockages within your finances. So some of you may be having financial blocks at this time because some of you are in some type of long-term commitment or connection that you're not happy in. Some of you, this commitment, this union, this family, whatever this is for you, it's like creating blockages financially. Okay, it's like hindering your long-term stability here. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna get all your cards out and then we can dive into it a bit more, obviously. So let's see. How is Taurus galactic family supporting them? Okay. Let's get one more. Some of you, this has to do with forgiveness, your heart chakra. Some of you are maybe going through an awakening, or you will be. For some of you, it feels like it's like this is kind of like the catalyst. Whatever this challenge is that you guys are experiencing as it pertains to what makes you happy, being in, maybe around family, whatever this is that some of you find yourself not being happy in, it's, you know, it's like bringing awareness to that. Some of you maybe didn't realize how much something was maybe creating blockages for you, or kind of keeping things that you know should be happening for you, has kind of been keeping it at bay. Okay, some of you are, you know, just weren't aware of that. Okay, so let's go with these. Okay, so yeah, two. All right, so let's talk about this a bit more. So at the bottom here, we have sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. Okay, and that's giving me still this King of Cups energy. So for some of you, this is something that you have been, this are like feelings, like I said, that you guys have been storing, that's being stored in your sacral chakra, that you're needing to detach from. The Eight of Cups here, it's like something that you're needing to walk away from, because like I said, it's something that's creating blockages. For some of you, this is a connection, a union, a marriage of some sort. Okay, someone that maybe at one point did make you happy, but for some of you, it's like it's just not like that anymore. Okay, and it's interesting how this whole energy has literally come up for the other signs that I've done this reading for so far, which is now about at least four or five of them. They all, except for maybe one, had this repeat message of something they've outgrown. Okay, and I'm getting that here for you guys as well. Okay, so it feels like for some of you, Taurus, this is a connection that you've essentially outgrown, meaning at one point maybe it was what you wanted, maybe at one point it did make you happy. 333 on the timer. Some of you, at some point, it was what you wanted, it did make you happy, it was fulfilling at some point, but it feels like some of you are awakening to the fact that it's not. Some of you are awakening to the fact that, you know, your bliss, your happiness, your joy, your fulfillment lies somewhere else. Even if it's not with another person necessarily, it's just not here, not in whatever this Four of Wands for you represents. Okay, some of you, what I'm also getting here is that something you've been asking for is just taking, it feels like it's taking a really long time. Okay, but I feel like some of you, and like I said, so the whole I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages are coming in quickly, but for those of you who are not in a relationship where the whole relationship marriage deal does not apply, some of you, this has to do with something you've been asking for, something you've been wishing for, something that would contribute to your happiness, as far as maybe stability. Some of you, it's a home, and it feels like something is just taking a really long time. Okay, and that is creating challenges. So for some of you, this is essentially about, you know, regaining your emotional balance, meaning restoring your emotional balance by detaching. Okay, that's what the Eight of Cups represents, is detaching from the outcome, detaching from when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, what's it going to look like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like these details that we sometimes bog ourselves down with that you don't need to worry about. Okay, some of you, that's kind of what's happening here, is that Spirit never tells us no. Spirit either tells us yes, not right now, or it's or there's something better. Okay, so that's what this kind of feels like for some of you, is that you are getting what you wanted, right? You are getting what you want, but some of you, there's this need to disconnect from the outcome. You need to give it room to breathe. You need to give it room to, you know what I'm saying, to do its thing, to do, like, give Spirit the room and grace to make it happen for you, to, you know, put all the pieces, you know, all the intricate pieces and parts of the puzzle together to create the whole image, right? You know, hypothetically speaking. So let me get, so wait. Okay, so keywords to this ecstatic bliss here card is selflessness, spiritual compassion, oneness through heart-centered bliss, healing, gratitude, giving love, dharma, patience, joy. Okay, patience, right? That's what I'm talking about. So this is about, you know, being kind to yourself. Okay, some of you, it's like you're maybe taking this, you know, this idea of something taking a long time. It's like you're taking it out on yourself, and Spirit is asking you, it's like your galactic family is asking you to, you know, have more compassion for your situation, especially if this is for those of where it does apply to a person that maybe is, you know, you're not happy anymore or things like that. This is like kind of being patient with this person, especially if it's someone that you don't plan on leaving, you don't want to leave, but it's creating challenges in your life, or you're feeling really challenged by this person, where you're finding yourself just really more times than not happy with this person, but you do want to make it work. This is, you know, an opportunity to do that by having compassion with this person. Okay, allowing yourself to focus more on what you can appreciate about them versus focusing so much on what you find wrong with them, or what we deem as wrong, right? So let's get the other one. So this awakened awareness, beyond the veil, clearing distortion and illusion, awareness of what's running us subconsciously, communing with our God force, energetic sovereignty, growth outside your comfort zone, the collective awakening. So some of you are, Taurus, are experiencing, you know, kind of like feeling challenged because of the collective energy that's happening right now. Okay, some of you, that's part of what's maybe slowing things down, especially when it comes to what you're trying to manifest. But others of you, this has to do with your things that are hidden in your, maybe your heart space for some of you. That has to do with maybe a person, a connection, a relationship. For some of you, this has to do with family. Okay, you know, things, maybe experiences that you've had with family that are playing out in your current connection. That's showing you what you need to heal. For some of you, it's bringing awareness where it feels like a challenge, but it's showing you how you're supposed to maybe break a cycle. Some of you may find yourself in a connection that's longer, you know, and you find yourself there longer than you need to be. For some of you, that's exactly what this is pertaining to. So it's like, once you do that, you restore, you know, balance and walk away from something. That's when your finances come back into balance as well, because they do, if one does affect the other. So hell yeah, see what I'm saying? Ancestral realm, karmic release, healing the lineage, boundaries. Okay, some of you, this is about setting boundaries. Some of you don't have boundaries with the person, and that's why you find your happiness being compromised by this connection, whatever this is. Others of you, this is, you know, like I said, a connection that maybe you needed to release, that was just only there to teach you something, but you found yourself staying there longer than you needed to be. And for some of you, that's the cycle in itself, and I can identify that within my own bloodline, right? And you know, so, and look, third eye activation with awakened awareness. You see what I'm saying? So these are like, you know, repeating messages here. Okay, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. So some of you are, you know, in this energy of maybe going through an awakening to see something clearly, to see why maybe this connection or this family dynamic, why it isn't working, why you're not happy, why, you know, what is maybe being made clear to you, showing you that you've outgrown something. You see what I'm saying? So for some of you, that's kind of what's happening here. Okay, but it's also an opportunity to have grace and compassion for yourself and whoever else is involved. Okay, to not be hard on yourself when you do finally come to see it for what it is, also what it's not, and whatever decision you need to make going forward. Give yourself grace, have compassion for the experience, have gratitude, especially if you, for those of you that find yourself needing to walk away from this, you know, give gratitude for the experience in its entirety, including the challenges, the positive, the negative, and everything in between. Give gratitude for it, because as you do that, that's what's just going to attract more things to be grateful for towards you, and then free you from the energy of resentment or regret that I didn't leave sooner. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. I hope it's helpful. If it is, please like it, subscribe if you have not, and until next time, you guys.